Cue suspenseful music, fade in dark, mysterious background. Have you ever pondered over how to safeguard yourself from the ominous threat of cyber attacks? We live in an era where our lives are woven into the World Wide Web, an interconnecting tapestry of data, information, and connections. Every click, every action leaves a trail. However, lurking in the shadows of this digital world are threats and dangers unseen. The prospect of cyber attacks is a chilling reality. The magnitude of cybersecurity's importance cannot be understated, particularly in today's interconnected, tech-savvy world. It's an intricate game of cat and mouse, as we constantly strive to stay one step ahead of potential threats. But it is not a battle that can be won with weaponry alone. No, it involves more than just arming your devices with the most advanced antivirus software or using complex passwords. Cybersecurity is about enhancing one's perception, about creating a keen understanding of the potential threats that lurk in places least expected. It's about cultivating an acute awareness of the good and bad in our digital world, nurturing a more discerning eye for what may or may not be a threat. It's a continuous journey, tread with caution, constantly learning and evolving to adapt to the ever-changing digital landscape. And it's also about taking the necessary steps to secure your digital footprint, to create a fortress of online security that can withstand cyber assaults. In essence, it's about fortifying your sanctuary in the World Wide Web, a sanctuary that is intimate and personal. It's also about fostering acute awareness, practicing continuous caution, and applying the right steps to fortify your... Visualize this. You're ensconced comfortably in your favorite corner of the house, savoring the aroma of your morning coffee as you browse through your inbox. You're at peace, the morning light streaming in, casting a warm glow on your surroundings. Suddenly, an out-of-the-ordinary email pops up, adds a dash of mystery to your tranquil morn. Show image of morn, show image of an unusual email. The email from an unfamiliar sender immediately piques your interest, sending a thrilling wave of curiosity coursing through you. Now, what is the most suitable response in this situation? The primary and tremendously crucial step is to halt, to pause before you plunge into the unknown. Show image of a person looking puzzled. It's important to let a mild sense of bloom regarding emails from strangers or unidentified sources. It's an astute and wise habit to critically examine the URL before any engagement. Voiceover starts. Look closely at the URL. A suspicious email might have an URL. The question then arises, how do you handle such incidents in an internet fraught with potential dangers? The answer lies in keeping your actions in check. Refrain from instantly clicking on the links, especially when the sender of the email is unknown to you. Cultivating the practice of meticulously checking the URL before you daringly to click is always commendable and universally advised. So, how should you manage such occurrences? The key is to withhold your action before hitting that button, remaining wary of emails from unknown dispatchers. Instilling the habit of validating the URL before you venture to click is always recommended. Second, safeguard your personal data. Picture a sequence of confidential information, credit cards, social security numbers, and complex passwords. These are the keys to your virtual identity, the secrets you must protect religiously. Now imagine those keys in the hands of a malicious cybercriminal, someone whose sole intent is to exploit and victimize the unsuspecting. This is where the danger lies, in the unsuspecting surrender of vital data. Visualize cybercriminals as cunning predators, always on the hunt for vulnerable prey. They use ingenious tactics to manipulate, to coax out those precious details you guard so carefully. Recognize that your information is not just data, but a treasure that hackers relentlessly seek. The world of the internet can be a treacherous jungle, teeming with threats waiting to pounce on the unwary. Understanding this, the significance of digital safety becomes even more paramount. Always be mindful of where and how you share these sensitive pieces of information. Consider the potential consequences, the loss of privacy, financial ruin, identity theft. These are just some of the disastrous effects of not securing your personal data. Therefore, strive to be vigilant. Never under any circumstance should you share these sensitive pieces of information online, particularly on unsecured web pages. Next, we move on to the creation of strong, one-of-a-kind passwords. Begin to conceptualize them as your silent, unwavering warriors. They are your first and perhaps most important line of defense against the unrelenting onslaught of cyber intervention. These are your tireless guardians. Your digital. These are your tireless guardians. Your digital paladins, ceaselessly vigilant against any form of cyber intrusion. Think of them as your personal sentinels, standing tall and resolute against an unseen enemy, always ready to repel an attack. Now, let's draw a stark contrast with the most conventional and vulnerable passwords. These are the ones that use personal information such as your birth date or your pet's name, a mere sandcastle on the face of a ruthless tide, easily dismantled, effortlessly breached. We should not allow ourselves to fall victim to such lackluster defenses. Let's embrace the challenge and the opportunities of our digital age. Let's construct, using the powerful tool of animation, a towering fortress of a password. One that's a complex blend of letters, numbers, and special characters that no enemy can predict or overcome. Every character added, every shift from a letter to a number, from a number to a special character, dramatically boosts the strength of your fortress. Visualize this process. Watch as this intricate combination comes together to form your password. Each component, each digit or character we add, only serves to reinforce and strengthen your defenses. It's like adding another layer of stone to your fortress walls, making them impenetrable to even the most determined of attacks. Watch how this amalgamation strengthens your defenses, helping you to forge a secure and unbreakable. On your screen now, you can see a computer updating its software. This simple yet vital process is something many take for granted. Why, you may ask? It's because the importance of routine software updates often goes unnoticed, its relevance hidden under the mundane task of clicking update. However, you should be aware that outdated software is equivalent to an unprotected gateway, a golden invitation for hackers to exploit. It's a massive risk, an underestimated vulnerability in our increasingly digitized world. All the data stored on your computer, the personal files, the sensitive information, all of it becomes fair game for cybercriminals when your software is not up to date. This is why the significance of keeping your software current cannot be overstated. When you update your software, what you're essentially doing is equipping yourself with the most recent security measures. Think of it as donning an armor, forged and reinforced with the latest advancements in cybersecurity. This act of updating creates a fortified bulwark, a formidable barrier that stands against those who aim to infiltrate your digital space. It's more than just an update. It's a crucial line of defense, a necessity for survival in the digital realm. It's the shield you raise, the sword you unsheath in this ongoing battle against cyber threats. It's your sentinel, ever vigilant, always on guard. Consider it as your frontline sentinel in this digital warfare. As images of different reputable antivirus software logos appear on the screen, your fifth action is highlighted: installing a trustworthy antivirus software. These software are more than pretty logos. They provide an additional layer of security against a host of online threats. It's important to keep your antivirus updated, regularly scanning your devices for any suspicious activity. Let's take a closer look at some of the benefits of using these reputable antivirus software and why they are an essential part of your online safety. As you can see on this computer screen, a data backup is currently in progress. It's crucial to make data backup a regular part of your routine. This routine is a powerful tool in the fight against cyber attacks. It acts as a safety net, keeping your vital information secure even when your data is under threat. Just think of it as a virtual lifesaver in the digital sea of information. Whether you opt for an external hard drive or choose the cloud, duplicating and preserving your important files is a must. To recap, we've underscored that cybersecurity is much more than a discrete task. It's an ongoing practice rooted in the philosophy of proactivity and is centered around a strict adherence to crucial protective protocols. Throughout this journey, we've learned that cybersecurity necessitates consistent alertness, frequent software updates, and a continuous commitment to learning about emerging cyber threats. The essence of cybersecurity lies in maintaining a robust defense against attacks and proactively staying one step ahead of potential threats. In short, stay secure. Stay that cybersecurity is an unending journey.